responsible resource management. This layer exemplifies thoughtful planning and efficient utilization of space. With a prestigious 4-star Griha rating, the campus stands as a beacon of sustainable and eco-friendly construction practices. Embracing cutting-edge technologies, IIM Sambalpur incorporates a photovoltaic solar power plant on the rooftops, symbolizing the institute's dedication to renewable energy sources. Smart lighting control, movement sensors, solar water heating systems, LED lighting, and astronomical timers collectively contribute to energy efficiency and the reduction of electricity consumption.
The design of IIM Sambalpur campus is very unique. It is a mix of modern technology and contemporary arts, and accordingly, the names of various buildings of our campus also has a very unique historical names. For example, the name of our admin building is called Kotalia. The name of our auditorium, which has got two auditorium, is known as Konark. And the name of our classrooms are called Takshila. And the modern building that is called Incubation Building is known as I2 Hub, the modern name. And therefore, this campus is also known as handcrafted IM.
Well, the hostels at IIM Sambalpur have been designed and planned on a natural terrain with much of open spaces, greenery, state-of-the-art architecture, reflecting earthy elements throughout all the buildings. Keeping in mind the feel-at-home factor for the students, we have tried to keep intact all facilities, including centralized air-conditioned, single occupancy, fully furnished rooms. Additional utility amenities such as 24 into 7 electricity with synchronized DG panel sets, UPS for uninterrupted power supply, and we have also taken care of safety measures very strongly, like public addressing systems, safety alarms and fire extinguishers, lightning arresters, and there are health center intact, which has doctor, nursing staff, and again 24 into 7 ambulance services. We have taken care of the Divyanjan friendly systems at all hostels, meeting all the norms of accessible India, like including facilities of ramps, lifts, and DA toilets at all hostels.
To develop a solid foundation base to designing a better career path. The summer internship, which is of 2 months, help the participants to put their learnings into their respective organization, which helps to design a better sound career path. Year 2 offers specialization in forms of marketing, finance, economics, and other courses, which helps the participant to gain a better knowledge about the respective domains they want to go in.
For the holistic development of its students, IIM Sambalpur offers a wide range of recreational activities and sports arenas, which includes a football turf, badminton courts, volleyball courts, tennis court, and a gymnasium. And it additionally offers a wide range of arenas for socializing, which offers a sense of community, enhancing the overall academic experience.
So, life here at IIM Sambalpur is a constant juggle between managing the workload that we have, and we also have an equal pressure of enjoyment. There's a constant balance that we strive between choosing the outfits that we'll be wearing for the night parties, the festival celebrations, and also the tension of submitting a project and completing the syllabus for an exam. We have experiential learning here at IIM Sambalpur. In the first year itself, we have to manage a lot of high-stake events. So recently, we had Yuva Sangam here in our college, where delegates from Kerala came and we had to plan and organize everything for them during our midterms. We also recently had the ninth Pan IIM World Management Conference, where 1,000 plus papers were presented and all the tracks were organized as well as planned by the students themselves. Even a very, very high stake event, such as the inauguration of the campus by the Prime Minister, that was also managed by the students, where we were a part of the control room and we had to welcome 3,000 to 4,000 guests here at our college, register them, and also plan for their refreshments.
The third layer, known as the emotional layer, serves as a bridge between the contemporary academic space and the cultural identity of Odisha. A striking example of this integration is the incorporation of the traditional ikat pattern, a renowned textile dyeing technique, onto the brick facade. This meticulous mapping of ikat onto the architecture adds a remarkable elegance to the campus, creating a visual spectacle that not only captivates but also pays homage to the state's rich artistic heritage. The fourth layer of IIM Sambalpur's architectural framework emerges as the digital infrastructure layer. At the core of this layer is the integration of digital platforms, exemplified by the presence of 16 digital and smart classrooms throughout the campus. The amalgamation of traditional teaching methods with state-of-the-art technology is evident through the presence of three types of boards in each classroom: the normal board, digital board, and blended board.
As you can see, we have a fully interconnected modern campus. The objective of all the information technology we have here is to ensure the convergence of the learning experience. We have a very number of programs delivered from multiple locations in multiple modes. So, for example, we may, in a given course or a given program, we may have students from all over the country. They may be in the classroom, they may be in a controlled environment like home, or they can be on the run like in an airport. The objective is to ensure that wherever they are, the learning experience they get is very similar to each other.
The fifth layer of IIM Sambalpur's architectural composition unfolds as the intellectual layer, representing the heart of the institute's academic prowess and commitment to providing a holistic and diverse education.
We have introduced a very unique, innovative pedagogy of learning in the classroom in line with new education policy of Government of India, NEP 2020. We have introduced experiential learning as a learning pedagogy in the class. We do not believe in teaching rarely, but we also believe in learning in the class, where students, faculty, and industry, they come together in the class, and the industry provides the problems which are solved by students using the theory given by the faculty members. That is called flipped class. The second is line with our vision. We don't want to confine only for the elite industries education in the business, but we've also started a master viewer program, for example, where the master viewer of the Sambalpur regions, they come to the class for 12 weeks, weekends, and where we provide them business educations. And based on these business educations, we have also signed MOU with Flipkart, ONDC, and SIDBI so that their product can be digitalized and can be available in the digital market for the global marketplace. And that is for our experiment. This project has enhanced 300% as per the recent data of their sales turnover. And I'm sure we have also visualized a project called bunkarvalley.com, where pan India will be integrating all the master weavers and artisans into one platform. And then we'll be providing a master business educations, entrepreneur educations, so that they can reach to the global access market.
इकत पेटेंटा 1000 वर्ष पुराना है ଆଉ ଏଇଟାକେ ଆମେ ବରଗଡ଼ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ବରପାଲି ଇ डिस्ट्रिक्ट में ଆମେ काम କରୁଛୁ
तो आईआईएम हमको इतना ट्रेनिंग दिला हम निजर लोगो करी बाहर बहुत ताने स्वतंत्र परिचय कर सारन आ एतके ट्रेनिंग नहीं करी आमे उन्नति भी कलु आमर संगे संगे आमर पाखर जेन महिला माने पुरुष माने अछन तांको भी ट्रेनिंग देलु से माने भी इंप्रूव कले और आमे जेन इंप्रूव करिछु और भी देश विदेश रे समस्त इंप्रूव करू आमर सब बड़ा इंप्रूव करी आमे उन्नति करू आईआईएम के आउ सीडीपी के धन्यवाद दउछे एंता ट्रेनिंग आमर मान को दउथन जे आमे माने भी समस्त उन्नति करबार संगे संगे देशर भी उन्नति हो.
So this training program is on Small Business Management Development Program. And this is for the 25 master crafts weavers. And they were taught about how to manage a small business, where we talked about supply chain, the logistics, marketing, diversification of their products, about their health parameters, about how to, make their logos, and also about banking and the GST and tax related issues, so that they can understand business and they can manage the business as an entrepreneur all by themselves.
At IIM Sambalpur, which is known as the Handcrafter IIM, we have set up a social incubator which focuses on social enterprises, which tries to tackle the social causes. Basically, we are not just an incubator which focuses on buzzwords like tech and AI. We are an incubator which focuses on actual startups which will deal with communal issues. So we focus on healthcare, agriculture, women entrepreneurship, and even inclusive entrepreneurship, tribal entrepreneurship, financial and digital inclusivity. We over here focus to try to make the world a better place by providing funds, network, value chain partners, and many other facilities to all the startups who are going to be changing the world in the future.
Dedicated to fostering intellectual growth through various programs, including the flagship 2-year MBA program designed for aspiring global leaders. The Institute also recognizes the unique requirements of emerging leaders, offering a customized executive MBA program tailored to their professional journey.
MBA for Working Professional, which is running at Delhi campus, our satellite campus of IIM Sambalpur, has got a credit hour 900 plus. With a diverse pool of candidates coming from working professionals, from entrepreneurship, we are catering them with customized projects and customized program. MBA for Working Professional also offers you a dual degree program wherein you will be offered a degree from IIM Sambalpur as well as you will be offered another degree from an international exposure, like at present it is from Sorbonne University and Bordeaux University.
The intellectual layer extends beyond traditional academic paths, embracing a commitment to research and innovation. A PhD program focusing on innovative management education is tailored to nurture scholars and thought leaders.
So at IIM Sambalpur, students are pursuing their PhDs in the 7 areas of discipline. So they are doing it in the area like the economics, marketing management, operations management, financial management, organization behavior and human resource management, public policy and strategic management, and information systems management. So during the research, students are being trained to provide or to generate the research with the high implications. During like in their research work, we emphasize more on the policy implications, managerial implications, and the societal implications. Along with that, in their tag committees, their students have the international professors with whom they are collaborating and generating the research with the very high implications.
IIM Sambalpur proudly maintains a flawless track record of achieving 100% overall placement rate, reaching a pinnacle in 2023 with the female candidate securing the highest salary package of 64.71 lakhs per annum. Demonstrating a commitment to gender diversity, the Institute actively encourages a balanced female student ratio. In a noteworthy initiative to empower women,
Praveen Kumar Verma, CEO, Tata Power Western Odisha Distribution Limited, Odisha. Mr. Pankaj Verma, Chief Sustainability Officer, Adani Green Energy, Adani Enterprises Limited. Mr. Keshav Rao, Director, Personnel, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Odisha, and Professor Mahadev Jaiswal, Director, IIM Sambalpur, along with faculty members, staff, students, and our dearest participants here with us today. I would now request the guests to join us on the dais, please. Please. Let us all have a huge round of applause for our guests for the day. Established in 2015, the Indian Institute of Management Sambalpur has emerged as one of the premier institutions of management education in the country, holding fundamentals of innovation, integrity, and inclusion as the guiding torches through this journey. IIM Sambalpur currently hosts the 11th batch of full time MBA students, along with other programs like the Executive MBA, MBA for Working Professionals in the Delhi campus, MBA Business Analytics, dual degree programs like MBA FinTech, and DBA program in collaboration with Bordeaux University, along with PhD programs for regular as well as executive scholars. IIM Sambalpur constantly hosts organizations for MDPs and FDPs, along with several training and consultancies altogether. We at IIM Sambalpur extend a hearty welcome to all of you. We shall now move on with the lighting of the lamp. Deepam Jyoti Param Brahma Deepa Jyotir Janardana Deepo Haratu Mi Papam Deepa Jyotir Namastate. The lighting of the ceremonial lamp has been an integral part of the Indian culture and traditions, symbolic of knowledge and its capacity to take us towards higher ideals. I would now request all the dignitaries present to lighten the ceremonial lamp. Sir, please.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्ब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनः दीपज्योतिर्ब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनः दीपो मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्तु ज्योतिषा प्रभुराव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्तु ज्योतिषा प्रभुराव्ययः देहि पुत्रांश स्वच्छामि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समायुज्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समायुज्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य
Thank you, guests. I would now request Director IIM Sambalpur, Professor Mahadev Jaiswal, to felicitate our guests for the day. Professor Mrinal Chatterjee, Regional Director, Indian Institute of Mass Communication. Mr. Praveen Kumar Verma, CEO, Tata Power Western Odisha Distribution Limited. Mr. Pankaj Verma, Chief Sustainability Officer, Adani Green Energy, Adani Enterprises Limited. Mr. Keshav Rao, Director Personnel, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Odisha. Thank you, sir. Let us all give a huge round of applause for our guests for today. I would now request Professor Soumyaranjan Sahu, convener IMPeC 2025, to deliver the welcome address. Dr. Sahu specializes in production and operations management and holds a bachelor's degree in power electronics engineering, followed by a master's degree in technology management before obtaining his PhD in production and operations management from the School of Petroleum Management at Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University. An avid researcher with publications across ABDC and CABS ranked journals, he's been recognized as being in the top 2% of scientists globally for the year 2023 and 24 by Stanford University and Elsevier. So, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, okay. Uh, Respected dignitaries on the dais, our chief guest for the event, Sri Keshav Rao, DG Personnel MCL, guest of honor, Sri Praveen Kumar Verma, CEO, Tata Power, Western Odisha Distribution Limited, Dr. and Professor Mrinal Chatterjee, Regional Director, Indian Institute of Mass Communication, Nenkanal, Odisha. Our keynote speaker for the day, Sri Pankaj Kumar Vermaji, from he's the Chief Sustainability Officer from Adani Green Energy Limited, and our beloved Honorable Director, sir, who has been the guiding source of inspiration for this event, Professor Madhav Jaiswal, Director, IIM Sambalpur. Let me give you a brief summary of how this ideation was conceived. So we initially started with the Viksit Bharat concept, which acts as a source of inspiration for our conference, where the central theme of the conferences lies in digitalization, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. So it is our first flagship conference. It is an inaugural conference which is launched this year, and with support of everyone and participants and all external internal stakeholders, we received an overwhelming response this year. So if I quantitatively summarize it, we received around 700 plus abstract this year, and after following the necessary scrutiny, 367 approximately papers were selected for paper presentation, both in online and offline format. So if I give a summary of papers, we have around 367 papers, and the bifurcation lies that most of the papers lies with sustainability, around 267, and remaining are allocated to digitalization and entrepreneurship. In terms of participations, we have seen a good number of participation from almost all IITs. Some of the IITs that include is IIT Indore, IIT Roorkee, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Bombay, IIT Dhanbad, IIT Delhi, among others. If I speak of IIM, we have participants from IIM Nagpur, IIM Indore, IIM Raipur, IIM Shirmore, IIM Calcutta, and IIM Ranchi, among others. If I speak from a country-wise participations, we have participants from Germany, USA, UAE, Indonesia, Mauritius, among others, which have been participating in our conference. There are certain key events associated with the concept. So today we have organized a jump workshop, which would be primarily focusing upon the new age analytics capabilities of jump, which would help you in your research endeavors. So feel free, I request all participants, it's in conducted in offline mode, and it is mentioned, the classroom and the venue for the workshop is mentioned in the schedule. If I speak about other key developers, we also have special editor series. So where the event name is Talk with the editors of top tier journals. So we have 3 lined up. I request everyone to register for the same. 2 of them have been planned today, and 3 of them have been planned today. 1 of which is already conducted. And remaining 2 can, even the offline participant can participate in the online mode. Others, we would have paper presentations scheduled in the afternoon, followed by tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. With this, I welcome each participants from all reputed institutes to be a part of our IMPeC journey. Without your support, this endeavor would not have been successful and fruitful. I welcome you all. Enjoy the event. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and for having spearheaded this entire program. A force is led by the leader at the helm. That brings me the proud privilege of introducing you, the director of IIM Sambalpur, a PGPX from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, USA, a PhD in computer science from Delhi University, and a senior Fulbright fellow from Carnegie Mellon University, USA. Professor Mahadev Jaiswal. Professor Jaiswal is also the founding director of IIM Sambalpur and has been a bright guiding force for all of us here. He has published more than 100 research papers in cases in international journals and is the author of 7 books in information systems and digital strategy. He has pioneered in introduction of flipped classrooms as a learning pedagogy in India. Recently, he has also been conferred an honorary degree of Doctor of Science by Sangam University. I would now request Professor Jaiswal to deliver the welcome address for the day. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. Sorry, I have some throat problem, so because of some infection, I'll speak very less. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon. And my guest in the desk, Mr. Keshav Rao, Mr. Pankaj Verma, Mr. Praveen Verma, Professor Manal Chatterjee, my colleague, Professor Somya and Padma, all the delegates of this conference, my colleagues from faculty and staff administrations, dear students, on behalf of IIM Sambalpur, I welcome you all. And I just came back from a conclave from Bhubaneswar, so we are delayed for about 30 minutes here, and I express my apology for the delay. The theme of this IMPeC conference is on digitalization, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. And I was actually reading a book, and the book talks about one chapter, an article written by Chris Anderson in the Wire magazine in 2024, where it says, end of theory, end of your research based on modern science. And what it says that theories and all the research are based on some kind of forecasting, some kind of model. And in the current context in the AI, when data are available for everything, there is no need to have theory. So it's a very big question he has put to the researcher, and you are all a researcher here. If we don't build theories, we don't do research on the model, then what are we supposed to do? In the age of digitalization, that is one challenge for the researchers, which we must discuss. That when data is available and abundant, should we use the theory or we have to use the data and do the actual analysis rather than forecasting or model building? So entire field of statistics is being questioned now, okay, as per that article. And second aspect in that book also talks about that the humans are becoming more inhuman and technology is becoming more spiritual. It means we have to believe more on the technology and then less on human. So entire research on humanity and human science is also going to be of no use, as per this book. So these are the questions on the digitalization front we have to raise. Other two fields like sustainability, of course, there we have a lot of experts will speak. In terms of entrepreneurship, the small companies, the startups are going to lead in the coming times. So the end of big companies. I mean, it looks very odd, but that is what looks future. Okay. So it's a startup age. Next 75 years, all large company will disappear. And only micro industry, small industry, startups will rule. So be ready for this kind of change in terms of your research and in terms of your focusing if you want to work for next 20 years, 30 years like that. So these are the theme about it. Of course, you know about IIM Sambalpur. IIM Sambalpur is currently working on 5 themes. And if anybody is interested, they can join. The first theme is on women empowerment. And yesterday we signed MOU with state government on the Subhadra scheme where we will be the knowledge partners to promote the women business in Odisha. So that is one field which we are taking the project. Second is we are also taking the societal impact project, like how the local business can be made global through digital platform. Third is we have started experimenting with AI in the class, in the learning, and we are experimenting that. The fourth one is we collaborating with all the institutions, universities, global, as well as industries. So we're building how we can work together. And the fifth one is the new project we have just started. We are saying we have to research on the brands of India. So what is brand in India and brand India? That is the fifth project. So these are the 5 projects on which we will be working for the next couple of years. And I would request anybody having interest in any of this field can join hand with us. With this, I would again welcome all of you and thanks for coming to this campus. I hope you will be able to not only discuss your research, but also able to collaborate with our own faculty and students. And we'll have very memorable stay in our campus. And with this, I thank all of you and again welcome.
Thank you, sir. Your ever inspiring words leave us with motivation and zeal to outperform ourselves even more. Now, with immense pride and admiration, I would like to welcome the guest of honor for the day, Professor Mrinal Chatterjee, Regional Director, Indian Institute of Mass Communication. Professor Chatterjee is a journalist turned media academician. Sir heads the Eastern Indian campus of IIMC since 2006. A true blue academician at his heart, Professor Chatterjee has written more than 20 books in the field of fiction and non-fiction and has recently been awarded with D.Lit on 30th June 2022. Sir, please.
Namaskar. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, honorable faculty members in front of me, young students, and not so young research scholars and researchers in terms of experience. I have just 10 minutes. And in these 10 minutes, as the first speaker of this conference, I have to set this stone and also tell what do I have to say about this. One thing, let me tell you first, that this is a very apt conference. And I'm not saying this to all conferences that I have attended in the last 1 year. It's because, never before in human history, sustainability has become so important an issue which we are facing day in and day out. Consider this in January, which in Odia is Magho Maso, in Bangla also is Mag, and there's a saying, Magher Sheet Bagher Gai should be the coldest time of the year, and the AC is on. We are facing this right away, right now. The second is digitization. Never before in human history, and human history of technology, modern technology is less than 300 years. Modern history is less than 300 years. So never before in history, all the disciplines of knowledge are coming such closer to each other, unlike which it was in, say, 5,000 years ago. This is for the first time that everything is coming so close together. Everything is merging and morphing into each other. That's the second most important thing which is happening right now. And the third is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is becoming more important right now because the agrarian revolution is over, industrial revolution is over, knowledge economy is right now, and super smart knowledge, in super smart knowledge, one entrepreneur can change the face of the world. Consider the social media, which is less than 25 years old, which has changed the way we communicate. Consider genetic engineering, which is less than 50 years old, the modern science, and which has changed the way we engage with healthcare, right? Now, coming back to what I have to say about this. I was a journalist for 15 years, and I'm trained to give you the gist of what do I have to say first. I have just one word, that is ameliorate. In plain English, it's improve, but there is a slight difference. The difference is that though these two words have much in common, ameliorate implies making more tolerable or acceptable conditions that are hard to endure. It's change with a caveat. And here are my thesis. I have 4 points to make. In fact, 4 advices. Like all teachers do give advices. And as a teacher of 25 years, I am also entitled to give some advice. So I have 4. 1, have an ethical framework to use and manage knowledge. That is becoming more important now because with AI coming, and especially the generative AI coming, and especially coupled with quantum computing, which is coming in next 5-10 years, you can do and undo a lot of things. You can make or break things right away. And therefore, this ethical framework and to know how do you manage knowledge and use knowledge is becoming more and more important. We must put our focus on that. We must have an ethical framework. Legal should follow. Then second is the change consumption pattern living which we are having now to need driven. Mahatma Gandhi has famously said, I mean, about need and greed, everybody is aware of that. Third is prioritize sustainability not as optional but as a policy in every way of life, in every enterprise, in everything that we do. Prioritize sustainability as a policy. Otherwise, we won't have a planet in another 50 years to live on. We have to look at Mars, and Mars is a very harsh place right now. The fourth advice that I can offer is Indian philosophy and knowledge system. We must kind of pay heed to Indian philosophy more and knowledge system, because that could be a good guide in the three things that I have told you: sustainability, ethical framework. Right. Now, let me straight away go back to the story of the Earth. Scientists now think that the Earth's story began around 4.6 billion years ago. 4.6 billion years, ladies and gentlemen. Homo sapiens, like we are all here, is about 300,000 years old. And about 50 to 60,000 years old, something happened with the Homo sapiens which triggered the innovation, which triggered imagination, which triggered knowledge gaining, which triggered memory as well. About 50 to 60,000 years ago, something happened. Or it gradually happened, but it became pronounced during that time. From there till about 12,000 years ago, we do not have recorded history, so we do not know what happened during that time. Our recorded history of evolution, of civilization is just about 10 to 12,000 years old when agriculture started. So from there till 2025, we have had 4 or 5 evolutionary steps. One is agriculture, and then we went to industry. Industrial revolution happened, which happened sometime in 17th to 18th century, and then it went on. Then knowledge, and now we have what we call super smart society, the digital society. Everything is connected to everything, and for everything we are dependent on digital technology. We are living in kind of a digital atmosphere. Now, if you look at evolution of business also, business started after agriculture, and gradually, it developed. And now all the businesses, almost all the entrepreneurships are dependent on mostly technology. And when this happened, by the time all this happened, there is a declining in environment. Nature and biodiversity are declining faster than at any other time in human history. In the last 50 years, 100 years, right? Let's go back max to max 300 years. In 300 years, we have destroyed what we had in the previous thousands of years, ladies and gentlemen. 1 million plant and animal species are threatened with extinction, many within the next few decades, if you don't be careful right now. The value of per capita of the world's natural capital stocks has declined by 40% since 1932. Climate change accelerates, greenhouse gas emissions and average temperature continues to rise. The two problems are interconnected, ladies and gentlemen, and share common drivers of inefficient, poorly governed natural resource use. I guess in the next 5, 10, 20 years, this area should have more entrepreneurship. It's, it's growing now because, I mean, We are becoming conscious about environmental degradation because we have started feeling it right here, right now. And therefore, this area will attract more attention and probably more entrepreneurship and probably more business. And the businesses which will not have sustainability as its priority probably will lose public faith. And public faith over the years have become the most precious assets of any business houses. You know that better than me. Now, what has been the changes over time? One, with digitization, the digital ecosphere is changing the way human beings communicate, and thus another important thing which comes in my domain of knowledge probably, that social interaction models are undergoing a change. We are not interacting with each other in a social framework like we used to do, say, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. That is changing. There is an information overload to make things worse. We are consuming natural resources far more than we should. All of us are aware of that. And then science and technology has reached to a level where machines are gradually becoming a major player in our lives. And with AI, quantum computing, robotics, and genetic engineering, the possibilities, ladies and gentlemen, are endless. Medical science says in another probably 20 years, death will be optional. Unless you meet with some severe accident and die instantly, death will be optional. And I have no reason to disbelieve them. If I may give you a statistics, when India became independent, the average age, living age, was just 36. Now it's 74. In certain countries, it's 80 plus, right? There is no reason in another 5-10 years we will cross 120, and then will come up time when death will be optional. You can live forever. But whether you want to live forever or not is your decision, and that is where wisdom comes. What are the fallouts? What could be the fallouts? There could be three possible fallouts as we can see. One is with generative AI and quantum computing, machines may become super smart and they can have their own mind, which human beings, and there lies the dangerous part, may not be able to control. That precisely means machines will control us. That is possibility one. Possibility two is a small group of super rich and uber intelligent people, both uber intelligent and super rich. They will come together and will have control over the super machines, which will have control over the entire world. A new form of digital oligarchy, you may say that. That is possibility two. And possibility three could be the power of science and technology and intelligent and empathetic management will be used to create a more livable, equitable, sustainable, peaceful, and humane society. That is possibility three. These are the three possibilities we can see right now with the development of science around us. Now, which one will you like to choose for your children? Obviously, possibility three. Together, we will have a more equitable, because everything will be connected. And probably the nation, the boundaries between the nations probably will go. That's another possibility. But then, to make this option three possibility reality, what we need? We need empathy, which is distinctly different from sympathy. Empathy is going into the skin of that other people to feel what he feels. Second is an ethical framework, not legal, ethical. Yes, but ideally ethical and legal. An inclusive worldview, sustainability as a way of life, and last but not the least, creative and human entrepreneurship. Human stress on this aspect. Now, here in these 5 points that I just foregrounded, to make the option 3 a possibility, here comes the role of Indian philosophy and knowledge system, which can act as a guide. Indian philosophy and worldview can contribute to sustainability by A, promoting a holistic view of life. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we have this mantra. Second, emphasizing harmony with nature. Consider Shanti mantra. Vanaspati Shanti, Prithvi Shanti. Not only me, which will be at peace. Everything else around me, the entire universe, should also be at peace. And then only I can also be at peace. Third is advocating for responsible consumption through concepts like, there is a concept called aparigraha, which means attachment to material possessions. Students of advertisement, students of management, they know better than me that advertisement is just not selling the product, it's selling a dream woven around it. And it's not only dream woven around it, it's playing on some of the avarices that we have within, like jealousy. Remember, never envy owner's pride. Bhala uski saadi meri saadi se safed kyun? Is playing on jealousy, right? So forget about that. Coming back to the point straight, aparigraha, non-attachment to material positions, and integrating ethical principles like ahimsa in all our dealings. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I know all this is difficult to do and probably endure. Aparigraha is difficult, and especially for students who will be joining a company which will like to boost its sales. Aparigraha is difficult, but we have to endure it. And that's precisely why I say my thesis is based on just one word, that is ameliorate. Ameliorate. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your experience and the words you shared with us stand as a testament to your commitment towards the field of academia and your love for the work you do. I would now also take the opportunity to welcome Mr. Praveen Kumar Verma, CEO, Tata Power Western Orissa Distribution Limited, as our guest of honor for today. With 25 years of experience, including 20 plus years with Tata Power Group companies, Mr. Verma brings a wealth of expertise in areas such as automation, engineering, quality, network oriented approach. So please.
Namaskar. Respected dignitaries on the dais, all the faculties, professors, lecturers, all the researchers, and dear students, a very warm welcome and namaskar once again. I'm really honored to be here in front of this August gathering and given this opportunity to speak today on the vision. I'll be basically more talking about from our perspective of Viksit Bharat and how we are contributing uh, as a distribution utility who is operating here in the western part of Odisha. TP Western Odisha Distribution Limited, we are a joint venture of the government of Odisha and the Tata Power Company. And we are entrusted with the responsibility of providing reliable and the affordable energy solution to close to a crore of population of the Western Odisha part of it. I firmly believe that as an organization, as a distribution utility, we play a very, very critical role in achieving the Viksit Bharat goal or the agenda of the Viksit Bharat. Before I come to what we as the TP Western Odisha Distribution Limited are doing, mainly on the three agenda points as mentioned out here about sustainability, digitalization, and the entrepreneurship, we have a strong legacy of our late Jamsetji Nusairwanji Tata. When one visits the city, the steel city, the city of Jamshedpur, one actually understands what sustainability is all about. So many years ago, I mean, when this blueprint of the steel plant was being prepared, he had written to his son, Dorabji Tata, that we have to plan the city in such a way that the roads are wide, there are all shady trees, there are lawns in the city, and then before the plant is commissioned, there are millions of trees so that the effect of the uh, the emission can be taken care of. So we have that legacy and we are trying to carry that forward. He had the vision of supplying electrical power. So what was his vision? His vision was clean, safe, and affordable power to the citizen. And that's how the first plant in Khopoli came into existence in the Sayadri Valley. It was a hydel plant. And today, at the group level, when I talk about around 14,000 megawatt of installed capacity, we have around 40% of it, the renewable part of it. So I take this point from here onward that what at TP Western Odisha Distribution Limited we are trying to do, we recognize this the importance of sustainability, and uh, we are committed to reduction of our carbon footprints, and we are taking a lot of steps towards this. Uh, going by the the goal laid out by our honorable Prime Minister, that by 2047 we would be having close to 1800 gigawatt of clean energy, out of which by 2030 it would be around 500 gigawatt. So in line with that, we as the distribution utility, we are creating awareness amongst the customers of our license base for the adoption of rooftop solar. The the PM Surya Ghar Yojana or the PM Kusum Yojana, while the PM Surya Ghar Yojana is for the household and PM Kusum Yojana is basically for the farmers. And I'm not going into the numbers. We all know that close to 75,000 crores is laid out as the overall plan for this particular project, the PM Surya Ghar, and similarly some 35,000 crore for the PM Kusum part of it. We as distribution utility are reaching out to our community, reaching out to our customers, and reaching out to the community and the NGOs so as to promote adoption of the rooftop solar in our license area, so that the sustainability uh, can be brought about and people can be eager to adopt it. So we faced a lot of, I mean, last 2 years we have been trying, and we faced a challenge. First it was under RTS and then under PM Surya Ghar. What we found that in our license area, affordability is an issue with our customers, with the population which we are serving. Affordability when I say affordability, say we all know that already the central financial assistance is there. For the first 3 kilowatt, it's like 30,000, 30,000, and 18,000. So, nutshell, some 78,000. But for a 3 kilowatt of plant, one has to basically invest some 2 lakhs of rupees. We found that people over here, majority of people did not have that affordability. And while internally within the Tata Power, within the Tata Renewable, we kept on working out the solution that how best we can fit into the bill and basically work out some affordable solution. But at the same time, we continued our advocacy with the government of Odisha, and recently the cabinet has already approved a state financial of close to some 60,000 for the first 3 kilowatts. So both taken together now works out to some 1,38,000 for against a installation cost of close to 2 lakhs of it, which actually uh, uh, narrows down the gap. So earlier, against a 2 lakh, only some 78,000 was available as a subsidy or financial assistance. Now close to 1,38,000 is available. We also uh, worked out extensively with our some of our partners as well as with TPREL, and some other solution providers, that in majority of our area, not this 3 kilowatt, but even this 1 kilowatt is a solution which people look for, because we have small houses as well, and even the thatched roof houses as well. Not everywhere we have the pakka roof available. So as a group, we requested our solar arm of our, and they came up with a solution which would be uh, available just in 50,000 instead of some 75,000. And very soon we are going to come up with that. And since the government of Odisha is coming up with a subsidy of close to 25,000, and already the central financial assistance is available, so the even the installation and the maintenance and the capital cost for the 1 kilowatt part of would be actually feasible. And we expect that in the next 2 years we would be actually converting close to 3 lakhs of customers in our license area to the prosumers part of it, or have the rooftop solar installed at their houses. And so we are also trying in the PM Kusum area, wherein we are trying to basically persuade and also convince the farmers to go for the installation of the solar plant for their farming activities as well. We know that especially in the western part of Odisha, the Bargarh district, the Balangir district, to some extent the Sundargarh as well as Kalahandi district is known for farming. And if this PM Kusum part of is stressed upon and is made popular, then there can be a lot of improvement in the lifestyle of the people, as well as a great deal can be worked as far as the sustainability part is concerned. Apart from this, we are engaging very heavily with the school children as part of our club energy, wherein we are focusing on creating awareness as to how they can be the change agents, can convince their parents as well as work in their society, and uh, work on the conservation of electricity as well as on the digitalization part of it also, as well as on the uh, on shifting to the renewable part of it. Uh, I think these are some of the areas where we are working as far as the carbon footprint is concerned. But apart from that, we all know every power distribution utility is heavily engaged in the transformer and all transformers, and the earlier generation of the breakers used to have or the transformers still have the transformer oil. So we work a lot on the issue of not contaminating the land, not not letting the oil pilfer or the leakage take place, so that the contamination of the land can be taken care of. So we are working in that area. The sustainability and digitalization actually go hand in hand. We as distribution utility, not just we as TP Western Odisha Distribution Limited, but I would say all the utilities who are working across the globe in different parts, serving different parts, the more we go for the digitalization and empower the customers in terms of studying their consumption pattern, empowering them to regulate their uses, regulate their usage pattern, as well as the consumption part of it. I think it can lead to a lot of saving, and it can result in real way the sustainability part of it. So we have brought about a lot of digitalization and empowerment to the customers through the app which we have given to our customers, as well as in our own processes, be it the automation of different processes or the robotic uh, automation of the processes, as well as uh, the way we are working on the augmented reality and uh, the uh, the uh, the artificial intelligence for the management of knowledge, as well as the solution which we are bringing about for our customers. With the advent of technology, all our substations we are currently uh, monitoring from the control center through the supervisory control and data acquisition, actually helping us in terms of regulating the voltage, in terms of addressing the issues of the voltages, which in turn helps in uh, curtailing the technical losses and ultimately reducing the carbon footprint part of it. My dear uh, student friends, I would say the researchers and the students, we would be very happy if you come up with some of the ideas that as to how better we can do. And I really invite that if from the from different colleges, from different institutes, if people join hand with us in terms of working with us for taking care of the digitalization part of it, working for different solutions, especially as the speaker, the respected speaker before me rightly mentioned about the ethical part of it, ensuring the ethical part of it in the digitalization part of it, since we all see a lot of fraudulent activities as well. So we would welcome such endeavor if coming from the different colleges, different institutes, or the individual researchers. We would be happy to actually partner with them. Now, coming to the entrepreneurship part of it, in our own capacity, we are working with different local vendors. We are working on capability building with them and ensuring that more and more business associates we can develop out here in the Western Odisha itself, rather than depending solely on the big players who are at national level or the international level. Apart from it, through our CSR initiatives, we have been working in the tribal areas, in the far-flung areas which are deprived, and working for improving the uh, employability, the education part of it, as well as the entrepreneuriality of the deprived sections part of it. Uh, that's all I wanted to share, and I'm really happy to be part of this August gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It is under the leadership like yours, companies and customers grow together. Thank you for your very valued words. I would now like to welcome our keynote speaker, Mr. Pankaj Verma, Chief Sustainability Officer, Adani Green Energy, Adani Enterprises Limited. Mr. Verma leads the ESG strategy development for one of the world's largest renewable energy firms, boasting over 25 years of experience in environmental and climate risk assessment. He played a pivotal role in IDFC becoming the first Indian institution to adopt the Equator Principles, promoting ESG integration within Adani Green Energy's operations. Sir, please.
Namaskaram. And Professor Chatterjee had covered a lot of section on the history, how actually we degraded our environment and why now it's a serious concern. So first of all, uh, it's my honor to deliver a keynote address uh, at IIM Sambalpur, which is uh, which is a sustainable institution, not even sustainable institution, even from the social point of view, it is institute which is ever highest gender diversity. So it's a big achievement for. We are in the era of interconnected challenges. Everybody is aware what are the climate change impacts, how, what is the impact on the resources, what are the issues in urbanization, and what is the growing need of equity and inclusion. In this era, at the same time, when impacts are there are plenty of opportunities, and especially where institutions like IIM, they can think it's a think tank. They can provide solutions. There are plenty of opportunities for the solution driven by digitization, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. This is also correlated. If I go in the past, if you see our Ved, Puran, Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, you will see the sustainability concept. It's not new for our culture, but world first time actually thought there is a need for the think for our mother earth. And that's why in 1970 Earth Day was celebrated on 22nd April. In 1972, in the UN General Assembly, it was decided that there is a need for the environmental conservation. And that's why from that year, on the 5th June, we celebrate Environment Day. After that, there are so many revolutions. In 1992, Agenda 21 introduced, then Millennium Sustainability Goals were introduced in 2000, and in 2015, UN Sustainable Summit Sustainable Development Goals were introduced, where 17 goals actually accepted by all the countries, and countries are working just to achieve these goals. Vasudev Kutumbakam and sustainability, these are correlated, and these are the 5 principles which actually align with these 2 principles. Vasudev means Vasuta, Kutumbakam means Parivar. So entire earth is our Parivar. And sustainability, we need to think how we can conserve our earth, how we can conserve our environment. These 5 alignments are global unity cooperation, environmental conservation, holistic well-being, resilience and adaptability, education and awareness. There are many research papers who worked actually on the Vasudev Kutumbakam and sustainability. If you see in 2010, so there is a global risk report, and what were the 5 key risks? These are asset price collapse, deglobalization, oil price spike, chronic disease, this is with respect to social, and fiscal crisis. Within the 10 years period, if you see what this report says in 2022, that is key risk, most critical risk is, that is number 1, that is the climate action failure. Second is the extreme weather. Third is the biodiversity loss. And fourth and fifth is the with respect to social uh, and livelihood crisis. And climate change action risk or extreme weather event is continue to maintain its ranking as number 1 as per 2024 report. In Indian context, India is committed and submitted our NDCs in 2022 in COP27, where we actually introduced life mission, and we are also committed for 500 gigawatt renewable energy sources. I represent from Adani Green Energy Limited, which is a pure play renewable energy company. And we have installed as of now 11.6 gigawatt RE powers, which includes solar, wind, and solar wind hybrid projects across 12 states in India. We integrate sustainability from day one in the planning stage. And how we integrate this? We apply most of the global sustainability standards in our planning, which includes UN Sustainability Development Goal. IFC is the World Bank private sector arm. We apply IFC ENS performance standards. We also apply Equator principles. These are the standards actually first time entire globe has introduced, developed world has introduced Equator principles. And as of now, more than 120 financial institutions actually signatory to the EP and apply Equator principles in their appraisal process, project appraisal process. We apply, we are signatory to the India Business Biodiversity Initiatives. So we think in the planning stage how we can conserve our biodiversity. With these global guiding principles, we follow certain globally accepted ESG disclosure standards. That is the Global Reporting Initiatives, TNFD framework. BRSR is introduced in India in 2021, which is very robust. And first time these 9 principles are applicable for top 1,000 companies, where I remember I had a meeting in UN House in Delhi 2022, where because for FY22 it was on the voluntary basis. And companies were struggling how we will report, how we will disclose these BRSR, because it's a very robust report, which includes all the emissions, all the waste generation, and all the resource consumption data, trainings on the human rights, training on the POSH, senior management training, which includes, it's a very robust actually disclosure framework, which is introduced by India. And on year-to-year basis, they are also actually enhancing their boundary. So recently they have included suppliers also. If you see, more than 90% issues are associated in supply chain. So in SEBI also introduced supply chain aspect from next financial year. It means we need to work with our suppliers. So with these guiding principles at Adani Green, we have developed our policies, we have developed system and procedures. There are several checks and balances where we ensure for the implementation of all these ESG related policies. Our focus SDGs are SDG 7, that is the affordable and clean energy. Our entire business in this alignment with this SDG. And SDG 8, that is the decent work and economic growth. SDG 9, there's the industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And SDG 13, that is the climate action. With these objectives, we set certain ESG related goals. So as India's commitment of 500 gigawatt development of the RE projects by 2030, Adani Green actually has taken 10% of India's commitment, that is the 50 gigawatt project development, RE project development by 2030. As of now, we have already installed RE project of 11.6 gigawatt capacity. We are single-use plastic certified operations organization. Before the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, who has introduced the SUP single-use ban notification. Before that, we set this goal, and before this notification, all our operations are certified with single-use plastic free. We set another goal on the waste management side, that is the zero waste to landfill company. It means more than 99% waste we are avoiding just to disposal at the municipal waste dump site. So we are certified, we achieved this target in FY23. And if we want to develop RE projects, we need two critical natural resources. One is the water, because after developing the projects, we want to clean the modules. And second is the land, because for the development of solar energy project or wind project, we require at least 5 acres of land for 1 megawatt project development. So just we applied the all sustainability methodology or principles in the planning stage or in the our target setting stage. And that is why we set the target that we will be water positive. Initially, target was water positive for more than 200 megawatt capacity at single location. We achieved this target in FY23. The moment we achieve this target, we set another target that entire operations will be water positive by FY26. We are working on this, and I hope in next financial year, we will achieve this target. How we are achieving this target? Because water is required just to clean the module. That is why we applied technology. So we decided going forward, whatever project we will develop, we will use automation system, robotic water cleaning system. Automation and robotic water cleaning system doesn't require any water. Unfortunately, we can develop the project in the areas where solar irradiation is there. And where irradiation is there is a water scarcity. So that is why we don't want to actually impact on the resources, and we decided. So as of now, 43% of our operation capacity is using robotic water cleaning. It means we don't require any water for the module cleaning activity. On the wind side, first time in India, we installed 5.2 megawatt capacity wind turbine at Khavda. Previously, in India, many organizations, many RE players who have installed 2.2 megawatt capacity and 2.2 plus megawatt capacity. But first time in India, it means we require less land resources. Another resource which I said that on the land side, which we require land, we set another goal that we will work with this objective, no net loss of biodiversity. We are working on this. We have signed several MOUs with the various state governments. Our chairman is committed to grow 100 million of trees by 2030. So by this, we are actually offsetting the other carbon emissions which we have. From day one, we actually measure our emissions, there are three scopes. Scope 1 is the direct emissions, scope 2 is the indirect emissions, and scope 3 where supply chain actually comes in the picture. So we measure from day one, from the construction when we start, we measure scope 1, 2, 3 emissions, and then we think how we can actually reduce this emission. Even though we are from the renewable energy power generation company, we are committed for the net zero. Our emissions are 97.6% less emissions if we compare with thermal power. Our freshwater consumption is also less than 99% less if we compare with other conventional energy methods. We generate renewable energy. At the same time, we avoid CO2 emissions. So every year when we generate RE, it means avoidance of the CO2 emissions. So if you see on the cumulative basis, so far we have avoided 67 million tons of CO2 emissions by generating RE power. If I compare how much actually we have done, what is our role in the climate action, that is emissions avoidance equal to carbon sequestered by 4,650 millions of the trees. And this is also 21.2 million cars off the road. This green power is equivalent to 26.8 million household to be powered actually, which we are doing. We are developing a world largest RE park at Khavda, that is the 30 gigawatt capacity, and by generating the RE power, 17.4 million homes to be powered by this. And when we will actually commission this 30 gigawatt, 63.6 million tons of CO2 we will be avoiding on annual basis. This is the, if you compare the geography of the project, it is 5 times greater than with the entire geography of Paris. And we have introduced the robotic water cleaning 5.2 megawatt W2G system. On the digitization, we are actually adopted the digital technologies. Our chairman is very much focused on digitization, and that is why we have introduced or we have created Energy Network Operation Center, that is ENOC. That is a centralized cloud-based platform that monitor and manages energy asset in real-time basis. It means at any of our site, if any WTG is having problem, wind turbine generator is having problem, or any module is having problem, we can monitor it from our head office at Ahmedabad. We can rectify it on a real-time basis without wasting a single generation. We analyze the real-time data, and that is why our energy generation is improved. We have collaborated with several research institutions, which result is 0.2% increase in the energy efficiency by the digitization. We have also doing some research on the PV optimization, because whenever we develop the hybrid project, we cannot actually install wind turbine generator close to the solar plant. So with this technology, there is no shadow impact, and there is no actually impact on the generation by the PV project. We have internal weather forecasting system, which help us for the more preparation on the climate action side. We have conducted a climate change assessment study for entire portfolio. And on the pipeline projects, we conduct this study at the time of when we plan the project. All the recommendations measures we have actually incorporated in our SOPs for the better implementation and to avoid any climate change impact for our sites. On the development of the ESG board, because for the sustainability side, if you want to disclose your sustainability performance, you need some system. We have developed customized ESG board, which actually we can get the information from 110 locations where our operations are there and projects are there on the all ESG related KPIs. So I will just conclude with the word of that is a adopt a system, that is a thinking approach, leverage digital tool in building sustainable solutions. We should think big, start small, and scale fast. And IIM is known for this. Use digital tool to create solutions that are scalable, measurable, and impactful, and be the charge you want to seize. Thank you very much for having me and providing this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Your words were a true reflection of how passionately you feel about your work here. And we are delighted to have you with us today. It is a matter of pride for all of us to have Mr. Keshav Rao, Director Personnel, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Odisha, as our chief guest for the day. An electrical engineer from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and from Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, Sir held key positions like Director, Central Vigilance Commission, and General Manager Personnel, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, before joining MCL as the Head of HR, Industrial Relations, Public Relations, CSR, Land and Rehabilitation, Training and Security. Sir is also the chairman of two subsidiary companies of MCL, that is Mahanadi Coal Railway Limited and Mahanadi Basin Power Limited, which are SPVs for diversification initiatives of MCL. During the pandemic time, he has shown proactive leadership and ensured all needful assistance to state government, central government to combat the COVID-19 crisis. MCL spent around 330 crores specifically on COVID-19 during 2022 to 23. It is a matter of pride to have you here with us, sir. Please.
A very good afternoon to all of you. It's indeed a privilege and a great pleasure to be here this afternoon as a part of this very important International Management Perspective Conference on digitalization, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. It's a huge, a gigantic effort, I'm sure. As we just heard our colleague on the dais, uh, almost about 700 papers have been received. And I'm also told something like 400 participants will be there for this conference. That's an amazing organization. So my privilege to be here. My colleagues on the dais, Professor Jaiswal, uh, then Professor Mrinal Chatterjee, Mr. Praveen Verma, Mr. Pankaj Verma, and Professor Dhillon. I can also see some of the professors sitting in the front rows. They are known to me. Professor Kumar, Professor Bharadwaj. Indeed, it's wonderful to be here this afternoon for this very important conference. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the city of Sambalpur. This place has some unique attributes, so I would rather spend a brief moment mentioning that. This city of Sambalpur, located in western Odisha, this is in a region which is particularly filled with cultural richness, and you can experience that in this institute. This also is a place of spiritual fulfillment, where the people are not only have a strong faith in the Almighty, but also constantly experience spiritual fulfillment by practicing religion. It is also a tourist delight with amazing views of the Hirakud Dam, the reservoir, the wildlife sanctuary, ecotourism, and Sambaleshwari temple, and so on. This is also a powerhouse of arts such as weaving. It is a powerhouse of rich folk dance and musical tradition. It is in this particular location that IIM Sambalpur has been established almost a decade ago. And under the leadership of Professor Jaiswal, some amazing things have happened here over the years. First of all, this building of IIM Sambalpur truly captures the ethos of this particular place. It captures the cultural ethos by having the design of the Sambalpuri design promptly visual, promptly seen on all the buildings in this campus. At the same time, there has been a tremendous effort on the part of this institute to foster and promote gender diversity. And we truly take pride in the fact that this institute is a matter of immense pride for having done great work in gender diversity. A big hand for Professor Jaiswal and his team. Apart from this, the institute has tremendous close connect with the local community. And this is manifested in the tremendous work being done for training and handholding for the weavers of the district, Bargarh district and around. This is not only promoting industrialization, employment, and fruitful markets, useful markets for a very valuable and beautiful products that are given shape by the weavers of Bargarh and Sambalpur. Now, with the organization of such a large-scale conference, Professor Jaiswal and his team has tried to bring to Sambalpur an intellectual content to this institute and the city. So this is a very welcome development. This is a very amazing start. And the institute continues to grow in stature, not just within Odisha, but across the country. So congratulations for the great work that is being done by under your leadership, Professor Jaiswal. Now, digitalization in India has been a journey of around 35 years now. It started in a big way in 1985 and it continues till today, to the extent that the spread has reached so far and wide that we take pride in being the most digitalized country in terms of financial transactions also. And we have such amazing platforms that are becoming not just widespread within the country, but now we are told are spreading to more than 30 odd countries. It is actually possible to transact in rupees with 30 different countries. And we are very strongly emerging as the rupee is emerging as an alternative to dollar. I don't know when this will become a real competitor, but the trend is clear. If we have the platform, we definitely have the opportunity. We have seen how countries can be crippled by simply switching off the SWIFT platform for dollar. And therefore, an alternate platform created by our nation through digitalization is a very powerful measure and a powerful statement of an economic powerhouse. Sustainability has remained a concern for the last 25 to 30 years. and is becoming increasingly so. We, as a company which is into coal mining, unfortunately, are into a business wherein the business cannot survive without some destruction of environment. But we try our best to compensate by doing as much greenery, by doing as much restoration as possible. Over the last few years, we have planted around 9 million trees. And at the same time, we have tried to create green spaces, water bodies to restore what is being mined. Apart from this, our mine voids are also being used for filling up the fly ash generated from the thermal power plants. So that, in a way, tries to reduce pollution within the environment. Entrepreneurship in the last 10 years has been a revolution in the country. And this has resulted in, over the years, so many billionaires coming up through growth and through original ideas. So, a conference which discusses these vital issues is indeed a highly welcome step, and I'm sure the deliberations would bring in profound ideas for further growth and progress. So best wishes to all of you, and hope you enjoy stay in Sambalpur. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are amazed by the vast sea of knowledge and experience that you brought to us today. And we are extremely grateful for the work MCL does for Odisha and this country. I would now request Professor Padmavati Dillon, co-convener, IMPeC 2025, to deliver the vote of thanks. Dr. Dillon is an electronics engineer from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, and completed her PhD in organizational behavior from IIM Calcutta. She has 7 years of experience of industry and teaching and has worked with organizations like Infosys Limited, Deloitte India, and Alstom Projects India Limited. Ma'am, please.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Reputed dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guest of honor, Professor Mrinal Chatterjee, Regional Director, Indian Institute of Mass Communication, Mr. Praveen Kumar Verma, CEO, Tata Power Western Odisha Distribution Limited, esteemed keynote speaker, Mr. Pankaj Verma, Chief Sustainability Officer, Adani Green Energy, Chief guest, Mr. Keshav Rao, Director, Personnel, MCL, uh, Dr. Mahadev Jaiswal, Director, IIM Sambalpur, uh, Convener, Professor Soumya Ranjan Sahu, our research scholars, faculty members, conference delegate, and dear students. So as we gather here on the closing ceremony of inauguration of the first edition of the International Management Perspective Conference IMPACT 2025, I stand before you with immense gratitude and joy. This 3-day flagship event is dedicated to exploring the transformative themes of digitization, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. These are the 3 pillars that are shaping the future of global business, governance, and society. Organizing and executing a conference of this magnitude requires unwavering dedication, and today it's my honor to acknowledge those whose efforts have made this possible. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests for gracing this occasion and sharing their invaluable insights. Professor Minal Chatterjee, your illuminating words have inspired our researchers as you have shed light on the evolving landscape of business and society in the digital era. Your advice on having ethical framework to use and manage knowledge, prioritize sustainability not as option but as a policy and way of life, paying heed to Indian philosophy and knowledge system as a good guiding light, and last but not the least, change consumption driven way of living to need driven way of living was particularly enlightening. Thank you, sir. Mr. Praveen Kumar Verma, your outlining of initiatives by Tata Power Western Odisha Distribution Limited on promoting sustainability, first by reducing carbon footprints, secondly by creating awareness and affordability among customers on adoption of solar rooftops as a measure to promote cheap electricity, thirdly engaging with children acting as change agents on conservation of electricity digitization was quite inspiring, sir. Thank you. Mr. Pankaj Verma, your expertise and thought provoking insights on sustainability and corporate responsibility have added immense value to this event. Um, Adani's initiative on sustainability, like implementing sustainability standards in line with UN sustainability goals, Equator principles, conservation of biodiversity, uh, leveraging digital tools to create and scale, which are scalable and measurable in their operation is worth emulating. Also noteworthy is Adani's role in climate action through its gigantic RE power is noteworthy. Thank you, sir. Mr. Keshav Rao, Director Personnel, thank you for your insights on digitization, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. Worth mentioning is your plantation of 9 million trees by MCL uh, and mine voids for filling up fly ash generated by thermal power plant to preserve environment is quite noteworthy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you. Okay. Secondly, I would like to give a round of applause to Adani, our gold sponsor, Jump Training Partner, Jump, our training partner, Curious Journal Series, a part of Springer Nature, as publishing partner for their support and collaboration. Thirdly, a heartfelt thanks to Professor Soumya Ranjan Sahu, convener of Impact 2025, for his unwavering dedication and leadership over the past 9 months in bringing this vision to life. Over the past 9 months, Professor Sahu has worked relentlessly, overseeing every detail, from conceptualizing the conference theme to curating an impressive lineup of speakers, structuring engaging sessions, and ensuring the seamless coordination of logistics. Professor Sahu, meticulation, planning, leadership, and unwavering commitment have been instrumental in bringing this ambitious initiative to life. Thank you. Um, our sincere appreciation to Professor Mahadev Jaiswal, Director IIM Sambalpur, whose visionary leadership, commitment, and tireless efforts have been instrumental in shaping the success of the conference. Director's guidance has not only directed this event but also reinforced the academic excellence IIM Sambalpur stands for. We also express our gratitude to the director, panelists, plenary session speakers, workshop instructors, and editors of top journals who have flown from their places and have come to IIM Sambalpur and who will enrich our discussions in the coming days. Okay. This conference would not have been possible without the relentless effort of many individuals working behind the scheme, especially our faculty and staff members who ensure seamless planning and execution, our dedicated PhD and PGP students who work tirelessly to make this event a success, our session chairs whose expertise will guide enriching sessions. A special note of appreciation to 600 plus delegates participating in the conference, both online and offline. Your enthusiasm and contribution have made Impact 2025 a truly grand success. We also extend our thanks to the press and media for their valuable coverage, helping us reach a wider audience and amplify the impact of this conference. If I have inadvertently missed acknowledging anyone, please accept my sincere apologies. Looking ahead, over the next 3 days, we will engage in stimulating keynote addresses, panel discussions, technical sessions, and interactive workshops. And all of these are designed to spark new ideas and meaningful collaborations. So, with that, I once again extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who is present here. Welcome to Impact 2025. Let's together build a smarter, sustainable, and enterprising world. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The team is very grateful for your guidance every step of the way. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving us your valuable time. Thank you for being a part of this conference, for having joined us on this joyous occasion today. We shall now move to the community center for lunch. And thank you, and we hope to see you back for the afternoon sessions later. Thank you so much. We hope you have a good day.
हाँ सर ठीक है सर हमें समझ इंफेक्शन हो गया